Recently, television actress Jean Hale passed away at age 82. Though she hadn't acted since 1991, she performed several notable roles during her career and will be sorely missed. In addition to featuring as the Mad Hatter's Moll on the 1960s live-action Batman series, Jean was also married to actor Dabney Coleman for a couple of decades, and the two had 3 children together. Join Factsverse as we pay our respects to Jean Hale, Batman actress. It was announced recently that TV actress Jean Hale had passed away at age 82. Though the actress was perhaps best known for her role as the Mad Hatter's Moll on the 1960s Batman series, she also occupied several other notable roles before retiring. The Mad Hatter has always been one of Batman's most memorable villains, with his name taking inspiration from Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Jean Hale appeared alongside the Mad Hatter on the Batman episode The Contaminated Cowl. David Wayne played the character of the Mad Hatter, and the episode aired during part of the show's second season. The episode revolved around a plot by the Mad Hatter to turn Batman's iconic cowl bright pink with the help of some magical radiation, something the memorable villain accomplished with the aid of his moll, a woman by the name of Polly. Jean Hale played Polly. As it turns out, that episode of Batman proved to be a pretty big hit with fans, thanks both to the appearance of the Mad Hatter and his moll, as well as the simple fact that it provided the audience the rare opportunity to see Batman wearing bright pink. Of course, Batman wearing bright pink wasn't nearly as strange amidst the show's tongue-in-cheek design as it would be in the character's more recent outings. Jean Hale's turn in the episode was a success, and she went on to receive several notable roles on TV. Soon after Batman, she received what has arguably become the second most iconic role of her modest career. This came in the 1967 James Bond spoof In Like Flint, which featured comedic actor James Coburn. Jean was cast in the role of Lisa, who was an operative of a rival organization to Flint's. The role of Lisa was meant to parody the tradition of the Bond girl in the James Bond films, and Jean's good looks proved perfect for the part. The character of Flint already had appeared in a film once previously, having debuted in the prior year's Our Man Flint. Jean Hale was born in Salt Lake City, Utah on December 27, 1938. Her parents were Stanton and Doris, who were Mormons. Despite the fact she ended up being raised Mormon, she didn't seem to carry the faith much into her later life. She started her acting career in the 60s, receiving an uncredited role on the TV series Naked City. This role came in 1960. A year later, in 1961, she married her first and only husband, a fellow actor named Dabney Coleman. Although Coleman turned into a star who eclipsed Jean in the time since, he wasn't much more notable of a thespian when he got married to Jean. The two shared a passion for trying to make it in the industry and studied acting together at the Neighborhood Playhouse in New York City. While there, they studied under Sidney Pollack. There were several other notable actors studying alongside the two, including Christopher Lloyd and James Caan. Soon, Jean and her new husband's experiences at the Neighborhood Playhouse paid off, with some increasingly meaty roles offered to the both of them. Her initial uncredited role on Naked City was followed by some bigger roles on other TV programs, including Wagon Train, The Alfred Hitchcock Hour, and My Favorite Martian. Despite receiving and accepting these roles, Jean's success during this period was hindered by some of the roles she didn't accept. She had infamously been offered roles in the films Butterfield 8 and Valley of the Dolls, both of which would have likely made the fledgling actress a much bigger star than she became. She had tried hard to get the role of Bonnie in 1967's Bonnie and Clyde, but that role went to Faye Dunaway. Like the roles that Jean almost laid claim to in Butterfield 8 and Valley of the Dolls, performing as Bonnie would have likely rocked the actress to the status of a household name. Sadly, she never quite achieved the fame she likely deserved. However, she still acted in plenty of roles until retiring in 1991. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already. After performing several guest starring roles on various TV programs, Jean Hale finally took on her biggest role yet in the 1965 feature McHale's Navy Joins the Air Force, which was a film adaptation of the series McHale's Navy. Jean dyed her hair for the role, turning her into a blonde bombshell. She kept the look for the rest of her entertainment career, becoming known for it. Her role as blonde bombshell Sergeant Madge Collins brought her more attention than ever. From then on, she was typecast in sensual roles, typically playing some kind of seductress. She appeared on Perry Mason twice, playing two separate characters in two separate episodes. The first was The Case of the Murderous Mermaid, in which she played Reggie Lansfield. Later, she appeared in an episode titled The Case of the Laughing Lady, and she played Carla Chaney. Another notable TV program she made an early appearance on was Hogan's Heroes. She appeared in an episode titled I Look Better in Basic Black, and she played the role of an American entertainer who gets in over her head when she accidentally stumbles upon a rocket factory and winds up being imprisoned at Stalag 13. Starting in the 70s, the variety of roles Jean Hale was being offered started to dwindle. The last TV series she made a guest starring appearance on was the show Cannon in the 70s. After that, she didn't act again until 1987. That year, she acted in the made-for-TV feature Pals, playing the character of Muffy. Following this, Jean appeared in two made-for-TV features before officially retiring from acting in 1991. Those two features were 1990's Thanksgiving Day and 1991's Lies Before Kisses. Jean also became less interested in acting after giving birth to her 3 children with husband Dabney Coleman. Jean also did behind-the-scenes work, forming Coleman Tănăsescu Entertainment with Gino Tănăsescu. The production company was founded in 1984, though Jean and Gino parted ways in the year 2000. In 1984, she also got divorced to Dabney Coleman. Their 3 children are Kelly Johns, Randy Coleman, and Quincy Coleman. Of the 3, Quincy has arguably gone on to be the one with the most public fame. Instead of becoming an actor like her parents, Quincy grew up to be a somewhat successful songwriter. She's released 2 albums, 2003's Also Known as Mary and 2006's Come Closer. She's currently 49 years old. Quincy Coleman has also had some of her songs featured in notable pieces of media. In 2004, a song of Quincy's by the name of Also Known as Mary was featured in the film Crash. She also had a song in the 2006 film How to Go Out on a Date in Queens and sang 2 songs on the soundtrack of the 2007 film Waitress. After Jean and Dabney's divorce in 1984, neither party ever married again. Dabney is still alive today and lives in Los Angeles. After 3 decades of being retired from acting, Jean Hale passed away August 3, 2021. The cause of death was given as natural causes, and she passed away in Santa Monica. Now it's time to hear from you. Comment down below to share if there's a role you remember Jean from that we left out. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts Verse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.